Hello everybody. So for my channel, I'm going to start doing something a little bit different this time. I'm going to start reviewing and collecting comic books. Since for the past 12 years, I have been reading and collecting comics, and I want to start reviewing the ones I just caught up to. And the one that I just finished and I'm going to review this time is The Death and Return of Superman Saga, which is a collection of the following 4 sections: The Death of Superman, Funeral for a Friend, Reign of the Supermen, and finally, The Return of Superman. The Death of Superman was a very decent and ambitious storyline that fully encompasses the mortality of the Superman character, where he sacrifices his life to stop the mysterious and vicious monster of Doomsday. Their entire epic battle together rampages across America and even draws the attention of the Justice League themselves. The final showdown in Superman issue 75 is such a brutal, city-leveling brawl in Metropolis that ends with both combatants delivering fatal blows to each other. The moment at the end of the issue where he dies in the arms of Lois Lane really cemented this arc as a pop culture milestone. And then it's followed up with Funeral for a Friend, which encompasses how the DC Universe reacted and coped with his passing. While this arc did slow down the pacing a bit, it actually did a great job showing the emotional fallout that Superman's death had on his friends, his family, and the rest of the superhero community in general. It even showed how Superman's sacrifice had inspired the other DC heroes to do better and see the best part of themselves. This arc shows that Superman's greatest power wasn't his physical strength. It was the hope and stability that he inspires across the world. And then that's followed up with Reign of the Supermen, which shows the following 4 contenders to the Superman title, such as Connor Kent, a successful clone of Superman created by Lex Luthor, the Eradicator, who is actually an ancient Kryptonian robot that was programmed to activate in case Superman died. And then you have John Henry Irons, aka Steel, who was a brilliant engineer that was inspired to become a hero after Superman's passing. And then you have Cyborg Superman, who is basically a half-human, half-android clone of Superman, who in reality is actually Hank Henshaw, a scientist who uploaded his consciousness into Superman's cyborg clone body. I actually think it works in a thematic sense because each 4 of the Supermen encompasses a different part of Superman's legacy. Connor Kent represents the character's sense of youthful heroism. John Henry Irons represents the character's sense of idealism. The Eradicator represents Superman's sense of justice. Cyborg Superman represents his sense of cold efficiency. While 3 of them do have positive intentions, Cyborg Superman, on the other hand, had much darker, ulterior motives. In the end of the comic, they revealed that Henshaw had allied himself with a Superman villain named Mongol in the destruction of Coast City, which is where the Green Lantern Hal Jordan resides, which is all eventually wrapped up in the Return of Superman arc. This is where the saga evolved from just being a simple mystery into a full-out battle for Earth's survival. Superman's eventual return in this comic was just epic to see. It was truly phenomenal seeing him emerging from the Kryptonian regeneration matrix thanks to the Eradicator and donning his classic black recovery suit. This arc was a near-perfect conclusion to the saga, and it combines both the action climax and the emotional resolution that was promised in the beginning. It was such a triumphant moment seeing Superman defeat Hank Henshaw and foil his plan to destroy Metropolis and turn it into a sort of engine for his warship. Did I have any issues with this comic? Well, yeah, I do have a few gripes here and there. I didn't like the costume design that Connor Kent had back in the 90s. It just looked ridiculous. I much rather prefer his more modern and simple but effective design with his black t-shirt and denim pants. Not only that, but there were a few subplots that I think should have been cut down for pacing. Like that subplot with the alien dragon monsters that didn't really contribute anything to the story and should have been cut out entirely. But overall, the Death and Return of Superman saga was still a phenomenal read, and I highly recommend it if you're a Superman fan. Because not only does it do a great job at showing Superman's mortality, but also encompasses his legacy and inspiration as well. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far, and I'll see you all next time.